What is up? Good evening. If it's evening where you're listening, we are here on episode 5.
Yeah, episode 5.
Wow. I feel like it's been a minute actually. Tonight's episode actually is about our experience at the Harry Potter Forbidden Forest experience. And if you haven't heard about this event, definitely look into our vlog that we just filmed doing this. So
as always, before we start, let us know what you're drinking. I actually made us concoction, butterbeer.
with the cream.
With the foam action on top. It looks legit.
It does, and it's in our special souvenir cups that we got from the Wizarding World. Cheers to episode 5. Hey guys, and welcome back to our channel. Alright, so we just checked in.
What is going on, YouTube? What's up? This tattoo?
I never experienced about.
We are
TravelBattles.
And this is our podcast.
Outside the Wire.
Alright, so I guess starting off with, what is the first thing you look into when you go to these events? Obviously, some tickets. You want to know how much this event is going to cost, especially an event that is exclusive as this, where it's in your area only for a short time, so the demand is high. You actually found our tickets and purchased them. And how would you say like the whole process was?
Well, actually, you had to join a wait list to get these tickets. So,
and that was back in what, June? July?
That was a while ago. Yeah, I want to say July. This is a while ago. And this event started in October, late October. So July, August, September, October, 3 months, a good 3 months.
Yeah.
So as soon as I got that, I registered for the wait list. And then I think within 2 weeks, I got another email saying that we can go ahead and get the tickets, like purchase the tickets, be one of the first people to get the tickets before it opened to the rest of the public.
So this event is held by Fever. If you've heard of Fever, they do a bunch of different events in your local area, mostly in bigger cities. And if you don't follow Fever, it's kind of hard to even know about these events. They're very secluded events.
Yeah.
It's So
it's one of those, if you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know.
You have to do your research. I don't know how these random events always just kind of pop up whenever I'm just scrolling through Facebook or Instagram or whatever. And this was one of them. And I swear, as soon as I saw it, we immediately was like, okay, wait list. And you got tickets probably within the first like 30 minutes that they went live, because you saw them like going quick.
So they had different packages and tickets. So before we get to that, I accidentally purchased 4 tickets. I don't know why my dumb self purchased 4 tickets.
I was at work at the time.
I was just in a hurry. So I'm like, I got to get these tickets fast. So I got 1 adult ticket, 1 child deluxe bundle ticket. And then I saw military. I'm like, oh, let me get 2 military for you and me, right? Because military is for the spouse and the service member. Well, unknowingly, I forgot about the adult ticket. I went ahead and purchased them. And it wasn't until I saw like I had 4 tickets. I'm like, what the heck? But Fever cleared it up for me that same day. I talked to them. And unfortunately, I couldn't just remove 1 ticket. They're all one collective bundle. Like once you purchase all those tickets in one purchase, it's one thing now, not separate. So they had to cancel that, refund me the money, and I had to quickly jump back in there and secure some dates. But the event, we reserved the event for October 28th.
Yep, it was the very first day.
At like 6 p.m., I think it was. And then when I had to relinquish the original tickets, that time was no longer available. Someone else snagged it real quick. So I had to get the next available time, which was like 8:45.
Yeah.
8:45.
Yeah.
No, I lied. It was like 9:15.
The first night, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we'll get to that. But
yeah, 9:15.
And I had so much anxiety because I was at work when you were texting me all of this. Like, oh, I'm trying to get the tickets. And I'm like freaking out because I couldn't help. There was nothing I could do. Because if I went and got tickets, then we would have all these tickets.
Oh my gosh.
So luckily the people at Fever helped you out in getting it squared away. But that was already a mess to begin with.
Yeah.
So obviously, as you said, there were discounts. They have other discounts too, not just military. They have like student discount, senior citizen discount.
I think that was it. They didn't really have anything else.
Yeah, I didn't see many other ones, but they do have different pricing for kids up to 12, adults, and then the military and stuff. So Yeah. But you were able to purchase like parking and stuff with it too.
Oh yeah, definitely. Purchase parking there too. I mean, it saves you the hassle of having to buy it at the gate, and it's cheaper. I think it was like $3 cheaper.
Yeah. It was $5 if you purchased it online with your tickets and $8 if you purchase it at the event. So I thought that was pretty cool. Plus, it's like you said, it gives you a QR code. All you do is scan it. Easy.
Yep. All right. So lo and behold, we got the ticket secured, right? And then come October 28th, the day of the event, we were getting ready. I had taken off of work. I'm like, okay, this is going to be awesome. We're going to have a great time. And it was right after Leah's birthday. And we didn't tell her that we got the deluxe bundle. So this was so exciting. Lo and behold, it was around 2 p.m. You know, we were already getting ready to kind of get situated so we can start making our way down over there so we can be in the area. And this was during the time where Dallas was getting some bad weather, flooding, flood warnings everywhere.
Torrential downpours, flooding. Bad.
Well, we got the news that they canceled our event on Saturday. I mean, we were upset. It was upsetting because we taken off of work that day. We made all these arrangements, and I get it, you know, safety. And I'm glad they did that, you know, that they had safety into consideration.
Don't you find that ironic, though? This event, they say on their website, rain or shine, we are here to go. And then the first night we were going there, the opening night, they had
there was 2 different nights. There was the night before was media night, which we can get later. So we weren't invited out, and that's fine. I mean,
we reached out to them months prior, and they said they would reach out to us if there was an event that would fit us. And I don't know how the people who got to go to the media event got a hold of Fever because I tried, but it's fine. We bought the tickets just as any of you would, and it kind of worked out how we were planning it, going the day after Aaliyah's birthday, you know, kind of prolonging her birthday festivities. But Dallas weather wasn't cooperating with us that day.
Yeah, so what sucks is that Fever's a little bit hard to navigate. So they canceled our tickets along with everybody else that had those dates reserved. Now, mind you, everybody else was booking their tickets back in late July, early August. So a lot of dates were sold out. And we have trips planned in November. We have things going on in our works during the holidays and then other trips in December. So it was like, man, it was really difficult to find another time slot. So one thing I wish that Fever could have done, they should have opened up more slots for everyone that, you know, that had their events canceled, right? Because a lot of people had a plan for this in advance. So it would have been really nice if Fever would have given us extended dates. And we'll get to that too later on, right? With the entrance and all that other stuff.
Yeah. I mean, similar to how Disney does, if they aren't fully booked with reservations, they're able to give annual pass holders extra dates that aren't part of their original like 5 reservations. I feel like that's something they could have done.
Or in this case, extra time slots.
Yeah, because each time slot was what, in 15-minute increments?
Yeah.
So it would have been fairly easy, I would imagine.
It would have actually made a lot more sense because then you don't have to worry about trying to reserve something because the rest of October was booked.
Oh, yeah.
There was like onesies and twosies here and there, but it was only for like 1 ticket or 1 child ticket or a deluxe bundle. And that's, I mean, it's 3 of us. We travel together. So needless to say, we were frustrated.
Oh, yeah. You were ready to just throw the whole event away.
Yeah, I was about to say, you know what? I'm done. I'm not even going to go to this event.
So you were stressing out about this. I'm on social media reading about the closure and like everyone was upset. Rightfully so.
Yeah.
We heard a lot of people actually travel to Dallas for this event because this event isn't everywhere. We'll get into like the locations that they've been so far, but it's not everywhere. And poor Aaliyah's just already dressed up in her little Slytherin shirt, just ready with her wand.
And we had to break the news. And she took it pretty well.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was us, or mostly me, that was just...
We were holding a lot on this event.
Yeah.
So, but
and like you said, it would have made it... I get it, you know, safety first. But you said the website says rain or shine. But it would have been much less impactful if they kind of gave us a VIP treatment to us, you know, for the event... For those that had the event canceled on, right?
At least to
give
ease
us a
the
VIP
blow.
VIP treatment so that we can have, you know, extended selected dates that are within like a 72-hour window. That would make things so much better because, like you said, there's people that travel to Dallas for this event. So if they would have given us like a 72-hour window to secure some times, right? That would have helped ease the blow. And you know what? Why not give us like 2 free drink vouchers or something? You know what I'm saying?
Something.
Yeah.
Because even though we were both reaching out to Fever, telling them the situation, they're like, sorry, nothing we can do. And it's like, you're the one who canceled the event. How is there nothing you can do? I get it. Mother Nature is a monster. We can't control it. But there's some things you can kind of do to help these people. Otherwise, I'm not even sure they were giving refunds. It was either you replan your days or was that it? Did you see anything about actual like refunds in this event?
So they didn't give a refund. What they did is like they gave a voucher.
A credit on your account.
So you couldn't get that money back. It was a credit to either another day
Fever.
at the Harry Potter or any other Fever event.
Okay.
But what was weird was I paid about $172 for our 3 tickets, and the dates that we picked, they came out to about like $168. And they didn't reimburse me that extra money. They just kept it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that goes into the pricing of these tickets. Each day is a different price based on demand.
Yeah. So it seems like Monday through Thursday, it's a pretty normal price. The weekend is obviously Friday through Sunday is more expensive. And then as you get towards like, not the holiday time, but like times that before the holiday break,
December
they're more
for
expensive.
sure.
They're more expensive, like in the 90s.
So for an adult, it ranges anywhere from $49 to $72. And this is just basic adult ticket, depending on the day, the season. Then children goes anywhere from $34 to $57, once again, based on the day. And then obviously there's other bundles you can get, such as the one you got, Aaliyah, the bundle, which the bundle she was really excited about. It came with little things like a souvenir cup, very similar to this, but it had the design on it from another, like from the bottles that you can buy. A little Kinder Egg, a cookie that you can paint, a light up lanyard, which I thought was neat because you're outside at night. Other than that, I mean, the bundle, I did the pricing. It was about $30 for the bundle and a little souvenir bag, which had the Patronus on it. Very cute.
Just for the stuff that's aside the ticket? Okay.
Yeah, it was the price difference from a regular child ticket to the child bundle, about a $30 difference. And then I'm assuming they had an adult bundle.
They did.
We don't know what was in the adult bundle because...
we saw some things on YouTube. I think it was like 2 drink vouchers and some other things.
But I'm not sure if those were just for the media or if they were actual...
No, you can purchase those.
Okay.
It wasn't just media. You can purchase those.
Gotcha.
So back to the ticketing situation. So we found time slots and it showed that tickets were available. So we got the tickets that we needed. And when I went to go execute the purchase, it kept telling me invalid, no tickets available. Okay, no problem. I went to another time slot. And luckily we found tickets luckily we found a date like within 7 days. So it wasn't that bad for us. But the time thing was an issue. I would find a time, get our tickets, and then it would say there's an issue that there's no tickets available. And it wasn't grayed out. It gave me the option to select those tickets. Yeah. You've seen it too.
It was as if like an adult ticket was available, but not a child or something.
So I told Fever, hey, this is what's going on. I mean, I'm willing to relinquish the military discount and just get normal tickets. It's showing that those are available. And they told me, oh, there's nothing we can do for that day. I mean, it looks like everything's sold out. I'm like, that's impossible. So I skimmed to the same date, but another time. It was like 8:45. And I'm like, let me try this. And it worked.
Yeah.
So Fever could have been a little bit more helpful and they could have told me, hey, try this time. This is the next available time.
Now, I don't doubt that they were bombarded with people calling them and emailing them.
Yeah.
But I would imagine they would assume that would happen. They would have the people there to help in this case. So the date that we were not stuck with, it actually worked out perfect for us. But we weren't planning on it was Halloween night.
Yeah.
I mean,
oh my goodness. We did it on Halloween night.
Yeah. So we had other plans for Halloween, but we just moved everything around and we told Aaliyah we were going to the Forbidden Forest on Halloween night, which made it even more spooky.
So happy accidents.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Travel battles.
So it worked out. It really worked out.
Works out. But the only thing that I was unhappy with was if you look in our vlog, the weather was perfect because in the forecast there was no rain at the time. Other than the rain, the temperature and everything was warmer. Halloween night just so happened to be freezing in the 40s. So we had no choice but to bundle up and go in the Forbidden Forest, freezing.
Yeah, it was cold. All right, so now everybody's favorite deal, parking. So our event was at 8:45, and we got there at about 8:05. Was it 8:05? Something like
Yeah,
that?
it was about 8 o'clock or so. I mean, we gave ourselves plenty
Yeah,
of
we gave
time
ourselves
from what we
plenty
thought.
of time, and this was during the week too. So we had to go to work. Well, I took off the next day because I was editing the video, but you had to go to work the next day on
Yeah.
like 4 hours of sleep.
Yep.
So we got to the event about 8:05 p.m. and the traffic was backed up like from the entrance all the way out to the highway. And it took us like a good 15 minutes just to get through into the actual event and then get to the lady up front where she scanned our parking pass. And then it took us about another 5 minutes another 10 minutes to find parking. Because the way we were routed, everything was taken up. So we had to go all the way around. We finally found parking. And then it took us like another 15 minutes to get out of the vehicle, get our microphone and everything ready, our camera ready, and then walk.
Oh,
and it
walking.
was a good walk from the parking lot to the actual event. It was a good, man, a good, what, 10, 12-minute walk?
It had to been, yeah. Now, it took us that long just to get into the parking, find parking. That was with you already having a prepaid parking. Just all they did was scan the QR code to show, okay, you have parking. Imagine how much longer it would have been if we had to actually pay and go to a different section where the people make you pay there. That would give you another 10 minutes. So plan ahead. I say prepay for your parking and give yourselves a good hour just to get through parking, because this was Halloween night. Obviously, a lot of people, I'm assuming, would be home trick-or-treating. I can't imagine a weekend now on this. So, yeah.
As soon as you start making your way, right before you get into the actual event, there's bathrooms outside. Little trailers,
Yeah.
VIP looking trailers. The bathrooms are really clean.
Yeah, they're just like the ones that we get in VIP at EDC or any music festival.
And those are the same bathrooms when you leave too, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Same exact ones. They're just like little trailers that when you walk in, there's like 4 stalls, like separate stalls.
And I don't think there's any bathrooms inside of the actual event.
No.
I don't remember seeing any, no.
You only use them
at the entrance.
At the entrance and when you leave, right before the merch stand. So nothing in the center.
But we spent maybe like 2 hours inside, if that.
Like on the actual trail?
Yeah, once we got inside.
Maybe, yeah. Good 2 hours.
None of us really had to go. I lied. There's 2 bathrooms. One at the beginning, which is the same one that's at the end.
No, they're 2 separate ones.
So there's 3 separate ones. There's one at the beginning of the trail, and then one right before you enter the gift shop, and then one outside of the gift shop.
Oh, okay.
No, I could be mistaken. No, I'm wrong. No, you're right. There's two. They were the same, yeah.
Yeah.
So one before you enter the event, and then one right before the gift shop.
Now they were still
the end, towards the end.
I mean, they were still very clean.
Yeah, they were really clean.
So that was a plus for sure.
So we were worried because our time slot was 8:45, and we had just made it there like at 8:40. We went ahead, used the bathroom, and then it was like 8:47, and then we went in and checked in, and we were worried like, oh man, we're gonna be late. It does not matter. They don't even care. It's all in 15-minute increments. So you can get there at, let's say your time is at 9 o'clock. You can get there at 10 o'clock and check in. It doesn't matter.
Now, on busier nights, they might be a little more stickler on it, on your time slot. They do want you to respect your time.
This is a busy night too. It was sold out. It was a sold out event.
Every night, I believe, is sold out. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure there are some times they might be sticklers on it. But the night we went, they really didn't care. So you scan.
As soon as you check in, that's it.
That's it.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah, no, I mean, you scan in. They really don't care. Once you scan your QR code, there's really no monitoring what time your actual time was. So when you first sign in or get your QR scanned, there's just like little stalls where you can get butterbeer, some merch, like small things of merch, like some desserts, hot chocolate. Not anything major, no food.
But it was, there was no food, but it was cold.
It was freezing.
And once you get into the event, there's nothing else in there. Nothing else available to you until the very end. So your best bet is to just check in whenever you check in, and
Grab.
if you can, get there about an hour
Yeah.
and a half earlier. That way you can spend about 30 minutes in line, because the lines took, I think that's what took a lot of our time, was in the beginning trying to get some hot chocolate. That took at least a good 30 minutes.
Yeah, and they had some picnic tables where you could sit down, but I think everyone was just wanting to get their hot chocolate or cider, whatever they got, alcohol, and walk with it, because it was something for them to enjoy on the trail, because there's nothing else until you finish it.
No water fountains, nothing. So you better just get in line and grab what you're gonna grab.
Yeah, so if it's a hot night, take a water bottle or something. But when we went, it was so cold that the hot chocolate did not stay hot that long. We were just drinking it like quickly.
Like water.
Yeah. But yeah.
But it was good. It was pretty decent hot chocolate.
Yeah. They have different flavors for your houses. So you can get just the regular Hogwarts, which was traditional hot chocolate, whipped cream. And then they had different ones for houses. So Aaliyah had Slytherin. Hers was like a peppermint hot chocolate.
Hers was pretty good.
Yeah.
That was good.
And they do like little sprinkles on it. Ours was Ravenclaw. It was like a white chocolate with blue sprinkles. It was good. Not as rich, but I don't know what the other ones were. I believe Gryffindor was just like the Hogwarts, honestly.
I don't remember.
And then another one.
And then Hufflepuff.
I think theirs was orange.
Orange?
Yeah, like orange hot chocolate.
Ooh.
So it was really busy there. Whether you were getting hot chocolate, butterbeer, desserts. So then you just start the trail whenever you want after that.
Yeah. And you don't have to worry about, missing something. Again, I want to say about every 10 to 15 minutes, there's a lady that, or a guy that starts the event for you with the little light show. So even if you show up at the tail end, like kind of like what we did. So what we could have done is, once we reached the tail end, we could have just, waited there, let that group go, and then we can move up to the front of the line to where the lady was talking at the time, and wait for the other group of people that to show up, so that way we can see the entire light show. Yeah.
But for us, we thought like we have to stay on our time.
Yeah.
So we were trying to respect it.
Like, this is our group. We have to stick with this group. That's not true. I mean, it's not true. Just
for all we know,
literally, you can take your time.
Yeah. For all we know, those people that we were with were 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock, and we're right in the middle. So it depends on how you want to go. Because once your event gets started and the ladies like, ours was a woman, or your guide. I really wouldn't even say guide, because you walk it yourself.
It could be the initial guide in the entrance.
Yeah.
They just tell you what to expect, and no one else walks with you. No one's holding your hand. This is at your own pace.
Yeah, you can walk it as fast as you want and just skim right through it, or you can take your time like we did. I swear we stopped at everything.
Check this out. If you want, you can actually have tickets for like 6 o'clock. I think is the earliest one. Have tickets for 6 o'clock in the afternoon, and literally just take baby steps and stay there until about 10 o'clock at night if you want.
You can walk through the whole trail and walk back.
And walk right back.
You can't leave and come back around. You just have to walk back where you came, because once you leave, you're done.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So you can go all the way towards the end where the food section is, which is right before you exit out.
Yeah.
And then just turn back around and walk the park again. And then, you know what, screw it. Come back and do it again.
Yeah.
Get your money's worth.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you are close to the end and you have little ones, or
honestly, I wish we would have known, and that's what we would have done.
It was so cold for us, though.
Well, given the time issue that we had, but obviously, if we would have known, we could have, secured something earlier in the day, and we could have been there like several hours, just chill out at the little food court. What is it called?
The Village is what they call it.
The Village, which has actual food there, drinks. You can roast your marshmallows.
Yeah, a little bonfire type thing.
You can do that, little props, and then go all the way to the beginning and kind of circle it back around. That'd be really cool.
So, I mean, that is a little tip. If you have little ones or you have to use the restroom, so the bathrooms in the beginning were outside of where you scanned your QR code. So I'm not sure if they'll just let you go out and come back in.
Probably not. I don't think so.
Your best bet is to go to the Village where they have the restrooms, use your restroom, and then you can go back into the trail, finish off where you wanted. I mean, because there's everyone was going back and forth so they can redo all the activities on the trail.
Things that they missed. Well, it was too cold for us anyway, like you said, to come back and redo everything. And there's also, you can download an app that integrates with the actual
The
the
props.
event. Yeah, the
Mhm.
props. So all you have to do is just open your phone, and every time you see this like weird card looking thing on the ground with lights everywhere, you just pull your phone out, and there's like your phone starts making noises. There's like a little clip that shows up or whatever.
Yeah, I believe the guide said there's like videos that pop up. There's trivia that you can answer with your family while you're waiting in line. I thought that was really
just
cool.
make it a day. Make it worthwhile. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
make
saying?
this an experience. Don't just make it a quick run through because the money you're paying,
This is pretty decent
make it
money,
worth it. Because you can, the money you make and pay for it, you're going to make or break it.
Mhm.
I mean, there's some people who went there and they're like, I don't see the point of it. I mean, it's just how you decide to experience
It
it.
was a little harder for us because we were filming the event, so it's really hard to multitask the two because
Yeah.
you know Aaliyah was doing her thing. She wanted to actually be a part of in the camera with
Yeah.
filming, and then I'm over here filming, and then you're over here catching all the information, and then you're presenting information. So it was a lot, and then you were filming me, filming Aaliyah. So
I think we just really enjoyed being in the moment. Yes, we were filming, but being in the moment and experiencing all the activities
Mhm.
and the little details they put in this trail.
oh my gosh,
Where
yeah.
I feel like if I personally were on the app playing with the trivia and stuff, I would have missed so much.
Yeah, because I felt like we had to stay on time is what I felt like until we started getting towards the end. We're like,
Yeah.
wait a minute, you could have just taken your sweet time.
Then again, we were freezing, so we weren't wanting to
that
just
too.
hang
I keep
back.
forgetting that. I keep forgetting that.
Yeah.
Like we were ready to go.
And
It was
I knew
cold.
I was on a time crunch because I had work the next day. So otherwise, I think we really made the best of it.
I think we did. We spent a good 2 hours there.
Yeah.
We took our time with the trail. We didn't do much of the mobile app thing. I mean, we were just
No.
there's just so much to see. You don't want to be on your phone like messing with the app. I mean,
But the app also had a map that would show you basically
where you're
where
at.
you are. That probably would have been good for us to see because the whole time we thought that, oh, we're in the middle of it.
Mhm.
And we were already very close to the village. Little did we know that was it. We thought the village was the like middle section where you kind of get a little breather, you get to relax, use the restroom. We didn't know that once you hit the village, you're done. That was it.
Actually, while we're there, like you said, while we're there at the village, so this event, we kept comparing it to other people's events across different locations, and their event was that they would start, going to the entrance, start off with their thing, and then the halfway point would be the village where there's the food and snacks.
Mm-hmm.
So you can sit there, kind of relax, recover, use the bathroom, and then jump back on the trail and continue on to the second part of the trail. We didn't know that there is no halfway point. It's literally you get into the event, you walk the entire thing, and then the last part is the village.
Yeah. So
I kept, because we were arguing. I'm like, no, we're in the center part. This is the center. We're in the middle. We still got another piece to walk.
yeah, we didn't know. They put the village and the merchandise store together at the end.
Mhm.
I believe we saw something on, other locations where, like you said, they put the village in the middle and the merchandise store at the very end,
Mhm.
which either one works,
Mhm.
but it made the trail seem a little smaller for us
Yeah.
because in our mind,
Based on what we've seen
Yeah.
on YouTube and stuff. Yeah.
but I've heard other people say that this trail, they may have gone to other locations, but the one in Dallas was larger because Dallas does everything big, of course. They
Yeah.
got to show out. It was a very big trail. They
Mhm.
didn't have everything so squished together. Like you would do one activity.
No, it's pretty roomy. Yeah.
Yeah. You would do one activity, you could walk a little bit, kind of look at the sights, and then there was another one. So
Yeah. So it wasn't like little cutscenes. It wasn't like literally you go and see the hippogriff and then immediately after something else. No,
Yeah.
it's like you see the hippogriff and then there's still like an extended trail of like
Yeah.
different things that relate to the hippogriff, and then just the forbidden forest, and then another theme pops up. So
Yeah.
it's like a good distance.
yeah. So you're not like overwhelmed with things back to back to back. You
Mhm.
can enjoy the little sights like the werewolves that they had separate. It wasn't anything for you to actively do, just something for you to kind of like experience along the
Mhm.
way. And I really thought that was neat. Now, this, from what I could gather, this was the 5th location. Dallas is the 5th location to open up for the Forbidden Forest by Fever.
So what are the locations?
From what I could gather, it's Fever, I feel like, makes it a little hard to get all of the details. There's the UK, New York, Brussels, and Washington, D.C. Now, I've been seeing a lot of people say Virginia. I'm not familiar with the whole area, but I believe Washington, D.C. was kind of like Virginia together.
Okay.
Kind of like how Little Elm is where ours was, but that's still Dallas DFW area.
Yeah.
So from what I can gather, that's what it is. So that makes Dallas the 5th location. It seems as if they're going to large cities.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. And this started when? Like, it's about 2020?
I couldn't really get an accurate date, but this is very new.
This is a fairly new event. It just started moving.
Yeah. And it's no different than like the Stranger Things that they have pop up. It pops up for a short time and leaves. So this one started from October 28th, which was the first day that we were supposed to go. It goes all the way to January 13th. So you have a little bit of time, but considering it's during the time that everyone's traveling for the holidays, it's best that you go ahead and plan that well in advance because it's guaranteed that if you wait till you come back from vacation or whatever, those dates that you want are going to be taken already.
So I feel like every event is probably going to be different that Fever hosts for this Harry Potter thing. It's all going to be different because what they displayed at UK, they had different drinks, different sceneries, different themes compared to, let's say, Virginia. They were different. We didn't go to Virginia. It was just all based on what we've seen on YouTube. And then compared to DFW, the one scene, well, there's 2 scenes that I was expecting that they didn't have here.
What was that?
Well, one of them was the spiders.
Oh,
so when we saw Aragog, he came out, did his thing, and then I think you're supposed to walk just a little bit further, or maybe in that area, the spiders are supposed to come down. Nothing came down. There were no spiders. They didn't have that piece there. Yeah,
and also in other locations, they make it to where if you have a fear of spiders, you can avoid seeing Aragog and the spiders. Ours, you could not avoid it. You were walking up.
You were forced to go through it.
You were forced to go to the spiders. So if you have a fear of spiders, unfortunately, Dallas wasn't very friendly on that. You're going to have to just go right through it. Now, you can speed through it, but that was the difference. I was expecting a different trail.
Yeah. But nothing moved at you other than Aragog. But Aragog, it's
Slow,
stationary.
yeah.
It doesn't jump at you.
Yeah.
Another thing I noticed was, well, you noticed it too. So where Harry does his Expecto Patronum, the event, like you said, seems so grandiose at the UK event, at the Virginia event. They seemed like amazing, like at the end, right? A lot of them were at the end, and it seemed like impactful. And a lot of people that are true Harry Potter fans, it made them tear up a little bit. When we saw it, it was like a small little, it wasn't a 4x4 room, but it was like a small little thing far, far away, like in the little corner of the woods. And you just see like the Dementor up there. It looked like toilet paper just hung up there. And then, of course, a cutout of Harry, just like a silhouette. And then him saying, Expecto Patronum. And then the light just shines. And then you see his Patronus, the stag. And that was it. It was like very short. It wasn't magical. It like you said, it wasn't grandiose.
It was very easy for you to miss if you weren't walking by at the perfect time.
There's nothing showing that there's something that happens there.
Because
there's nothing.
Pitch black if nothing's going on.
It just looks like as a part of a normal forest. You can just easily miss it.
We almost missed it. We happened to catch the tail end of it. And so we're like, wait, let's stay back and see what happens. And we got to see it all over again.
And it's on a timer. Like, it's a consistent thing. It probably happens like every 2 minutes. Like, it's pretty quick. So I don't think we would have missed it. I think we would have like gotten to a certain point and heard it. And then like, whoa, what is that? And then come right back.
Because it's loud. You can hear a good amount of it. But it looked like in other locations, they had it over the water. Like, it was kind of like when you were at the lake in the movie. So I was expecting that. And when I just saw it was in a little corner of the forest, I was like, wait, this isn't how it's supposed to be. Now, I appreciated that they did the realistic look of the Dementor. I thought that was really cool. But it didn't capture that magic and that terrifying feeling that you got when you see them swirling around Harry. And that's how it was at other locations. They use like a projector, obviously. So yes, it's all computerized, but it captured that whole feeling that you're there. It was like you could feel them around Harry. So I was a little disappointed by that.
And in other events, they had this at the end. This was just placed like randomly somewhere in the middle. Like it kind of there was no storyline. It was just kind of you enter and then just different scenes of the movies. Yeah. All the franchises.
Every part that they were in the
all
Forbidden
the franchises
Forest,
actually,
yes.
because there was Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah.
But very small little things, just the creatures mostly.
Yeah, so it was the part like in the movie where they meet Aragog. There was the part where they see Grop, which is Hagrid's brother.
Yeah, his
brother. And then the one where Ron's family's car crashes. So it's little different scenes. I'm surprised they didn't have Professor Umbridge where the centaurs took her.
That's another thing. We didn't have the centaurs.
We didn't have centaurs. And I was looking forward to seeing them so much because they're the epitome of the Forbidden Forest to me. Like they were a big deal in the forest.
Yeah, they were.
So I was disappointed not seeing them too.
Yeah, I didn't like that, this event kind of missed the mark on some of these things. So it kind of was like a little bit underwhelming. I mean, we still give it 5 out of 5 because it's a really well done event. Nostalgic. So if you're a Harry Potter fan, you're going to love it. But they did miss the mark on a lot of things, I feel.
Yeah. And don't let the rain or shine like deter you. If it is a small chance of rain when you're planning on going, if it's drizzling, I feel like the drizzling of like a light rain would kind of make the vibe there also very cool and immersive. Or if it's nice and chilly out, which we appreciated that, not as cold as it really was. But you want to go when it's like a light drizzle or if it's like slightly cold where you can bundle up in your house scarf and robe and stuff. So.
And that was fun. I'm so glad that we got to wear like our little beanie, our jackets. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah. Other than that, I believe we had a little more interactive activities closer to the village, such as the lights, like the light up mushrooms and stuff. I don't remember seeing them on anyone else's events.
I don't remember.
That doesn't mean they didn't have them. They could have just not made the video. But that was really cool. Aaliyah loved doing that because she could use her wand. So take your own wand. If not, the parts that you need a wand, they'll provide you one.
But I would say bring your wand because, I mean, you don't need an interactive wand. You can actually just pick up a stick and, do different things there.
You can use your finger.
Yeah, you can use your finger. But, I mean, just bring a wand. It'll make it, like, a little more immersive. So.
Yeah. But when you do your Patronus, where you can cast your own Patronus, they have wands for you to use. Yeah, they have
wands. This event had wands. I think all the events have wands for that specific event because it's like the highlight.
Yeah, that was one of the coolest parts for me.
That was really cool.
Yeah, that and seeing the hippogriff, of course, which isn't Buckbeak. I've seen time and time again. It's not Buckbeak, guys. Buckbeak is at Universal.
Yeah.
This is a hippogriff. Yeah. Hagrid raised many.
I like the duel where you could duel.
Now, I didn't know they were metal tips on it to make it. I thought it was cool. I don't think
to conduct it.
I don't think anyone won though.
No, I don't think nobody could win. It was just like a little light show. Yeah. It just went back and forth. It was fun. Cool. It was really fun.
Yeah.
I like how we went on Halloween night at the Forbidden Forest, and then towards the end it transitioned to Christmas.
Yeah.
And we were there maybe 30 minutes before midnight to transition to November 1st.
It was perfect. Once again.
So we made that transition. That's really cool.
It didn't go as planned, but it went exactly how it was meant to go. Because the beginning of the forest felt so eerie and where you could hear Voldemort.
Oh, yeah. So I don't know if that should be on a timer, but I think that's maybe on an hour or 2 hour timer. Maybe an hour timer, I feel.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was as often.
It wasn't as often because we heard that once. And we were there for 2 hours.
Yeah.
So out of those 2 hours, we only heard it once.
Unless it was only in that specific spot.
No, I think the entire thing kind of shuts down. Oh. And it's now Voldemort talking.
That was so
the Forbidden
eerie.
Forest, the entire thing was the Forbidden Forest.
Yeah. That was so eerie. But slowly, as you get to the end, closer to the village, you start seeing Christmas lights. And the village is beautiful. It was decorated with all these Christmas trees. And then it had all of the little kiosk stalls where you can get your butterbeer. And it just felt like the holidays there. So it was just like Halloween's over. Now we're at Christmas time, or, you know, so that was really neat.
I didn't like that the drink options were not similar to like what they had at the UK. What we seen.
I had my heart set on a certain drink.
The one with the bubble on top?
Bubble on top, where you can get it for your specific house, because they each had different flavors. And that's all I could think about when I went there.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have it. We had different house hot chocolates. I'm not sure if other locations had that, but they had a mocktail. We're like, okay, I want a mocktail, thinking it was the different houses. And he was kind of confused, like, well, I could put colored sprinkles on it. And I'm like, okay, sure. We thought it was still what we were talking about, and he was just going to put like something else on it. No, they didn't have it. So not every location is going to have the same food or the same drinks.
Or the same the same scenes.
Yeah.
So that was a little bit of a disappointment. The butterbeer, I didn't expect the butterbeer to be like Universal's butterbeer. I already knew that right off the bat. I mean, look at the Renaissance Festival.
No.
Their butterbeer was not butterbeer, just butterscotch. It was still good, but I actually did like the butterbeer here at this event. Later we came to find out that I think it's nitro infused. And I don't really know how that works. I think it's maybe like
Aerated?
Aerated. So it gives it like a very smooth, creamy texture to it.
Yeah.
I liked it, but the cup was very small, and for $9, yeah, it was not.
So once again, there's a difference where other locations I wish we had the bottle with us. There's a certain butter beer that you can buy from certain stores. We buy it from Fresh here, or you can buy it from, sometimes Kroger has it. And it says like Cauldron something butterbeer, and you definitely look at it and you're like, that's Harry Potter. Most other locations had that, where it was in the bottle. So when you bought a butterbeer, it was just the carbonated in the bottle. You open it and drink it. When they gave it to us in the cup, I was so surprised to see that it was not in the bottle. I was expecting it to be that way across all locations because it's very themed. And they didn't tell you when you bought it that it was nitro or anything. So
they just gave it to me. I didn't know it looked different, because we described in our video too. Like it was layers, and I'm like, I'm a little confused. Why is it in layers like that?
Yeah, it was okay. I wouldn't have bought it again at all.
I would have.
But you love that style.
I love nitro infused stuff. Yeah,
I'm not a huge fan. I would much prefer a carbonated. And that was the thing. It had no carbonation because it was nitro.
Yeah.
So, and they had no hot butter beer. Dallas in the wintertime.
They missed the mark with that.
Yeah.
They should have hot butter beer.
Yeah. And pumpkin juice. I don't think they had pumpkin juice.
I didn't see pumpkin juice.
I didn't either. They may have had it. We just didn't see it. But no hot butter beer when it was wintertime in Harry Potter world. Wintertime. So little things there I would have changed. And they had no pumpkin pasties.
Yeah, I was looking forward to those. I'm like, that's so cool. We get to have some pumpkin pasties. No pumpkin pasties.
It was just a bunch of cake pops and cookies.
The food was pretty good. The fish and chips were delicious.
Yes. We didn't try the stew and whatever else they had. We didn't get to try it, but we tried.
On our way there, we saw a review. Somebody said that one of the stews was not
it wasn't very good.
Yeah.
So we stuck to what we know and what speaks Harry Potter to us, and that's fish and chips.
And they were not, they did not disappoint.
No.
Amazing.
It was an experience eating them though. So if you've seen our vlog, you
can see further information there about that.
It was, back and forth. But the whole theme, I feel like it was a little dark there. So you have to use your light on your phone to kind of see around. But they have where you can buy marshmallows and go to a little bonfire and toast marshmallows. I thought that was a nice touch.
Cool, yeah.
Another thing that I was missing, another location had a full table or a full cart of treats. It was like the treat trolley.
Yeah.
We didn't have anything like that. No desserts. You either had the cake pops or something like that, but no like treats from the trolley. Nothing like that.
Such a big area here in Dallas that they had the space for it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what happened.
I don't either.
Maybe they didn't have enough vendors, or
Yeah.
I don't know.
And they had a large section of this park.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure. Maybe they took up that extra space with the added activities. Possibly. But the food was good. People were nice. Once we finished our food, we went around the corner and you can't miss. You have to walk into the merch shop to leave. I was surprised. I thought it was going to be a building. I don't know what I was expecting it to be, but not what it was.
Mm-hmm.
They had it heated because it was cold that night, but it felt so stuffy in there because it was like
Everybody was in there.
plastic bags or something that were like the walls.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying everybody was in there, like,
Yeah.
to get warm, and it was just very crowded, and I was starting to get anxious. I just wanted to get out of there.
Mm-hmm. And most of the merch,
It's standard merch. I mean,
standard merch.
Yeah.
If you go to Universal, you can get a lot of the same plushies, magnets, stuff like that. We did get a special magnet because we collect magnets now. On it said Forbidden Forest Experience. Most of their merch, such as beanies, shirts, hoodies, they were all blue, which was the color of the Forbidden Forest Experience.
true.
So if you're
but that threw me off though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're Hufflepuff,
You're
your
wearing
shirt
blue.
was blue. It still said Hufflepuff on it, but because it was a Forbidden Forest Experience shirt or merch, it was the color of the event, which was blue. So I feel bad for all the Slytherins, Hufflepuffs, and Gryffindors that had to endure the Ravenclaw colors. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that threw me off. The colors threw me off a lot.
Yeah. Most of the merch you can find at your Universal or the Wizarding World. So unless you wanted something specifically labeled for this event, you can get it on the Wizarding World or universalshop.com.
And they had wands there too. They're not interactive wands, so they won't work with Universal. But they had wands there too, like the same ones that you can buy at Ollivanders.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool.
I mean, standard stuff. The little nifflers were still cute, little things they had. But overall, the merch shop was very underwhelming for me. A nice place to warm up just to make that long walk back to the car.
Yeah.
Overall, I feel like it was definitely a great family event. To me, not worth it if you're not fans of Harry Potter because none of it's quite going to make sense to you. Definitely a perfect little winter theme event to do because you also get to see Christmas lights. So perfect for little ones. They can stay busy throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
Just when you're walking through the trail, I need everyone to look at me right now. When you're walking through the trail, there are trash cans. Do not leave your hot chocolate cups or trash along the trail. I mean, there's trash cans. Use them. I don't think Hagrid would appreciate you destroying his forest.
No, that was disgusting. I didn't like seeing all that trash everywhere. Like, it just took away from the event. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
If you're a big fan of Harry Potter, this is an event you want to go to, right? Why
Have respect.
Why are you trying to trash it up? Like,
No.
come on now.
Yeah, I agree. Have a little more respect for the cast members or the team members who are running the event who have to clean up after you. It's uncalled for. I mean, we're all adults.
Yeah, it's not your house.
No, take care of it. I mean, Hagrid would not have wanted that. So, overall, recommend it. We all had a great time.
Yeah, it's fun, really fun.
Definitely go in your house colors because when you
Just a
can,
little bit more immersive.
yeah, definitely. And you can watch our vlog for any of our other little details if you may be interested in this event. And if you've gone to another one of these Forbidden Forest experiences in one of the other locations, let us know if there was anything that we may have had that you didn't, because I feel like we had a great experience, but we missed out on so much. So I'm curious to know.
Well, I don't feel like we missed out on so much. I feel like this event didn't have as much as the other events.
Yeah, exactly. I would have wanted just a tad bit more. Try not to be, picky, but it's great overall though.
So if you like this video, make sure to give it a like, and while you're at it, go ahead and subscribe. Help us grow the channel. And we hope to keep this podcast going. I mean, something fun to do, drink, just watch us, listen to us on the drive to work or wherever you're going.
Yeah, if you're on Apple Podcasts right now or Spotify,
Thank you
thanks
for listening.
reaching
Yes.
in and listening.
If you're on YouTube, thanks for looking at us and watching us.
And watching us. And see, your drinks don't always have to be alcoholic. This one is just a regular butter beer.
And I feel like this holds up. So Universal, if you're watching, this is some good stuff.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So to episode 5. Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you.